What's good? What is good, everyone? It is Mikey T, the movie star. I am back, the most hated yet anticipated. Mikey T, the movie star, back with another exclusive. Tonight, you guys, we're going to be talking about some dope shit. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Anticipated. Mikey T, the movie star, back with another exclusive. Excuse me. Got to close out that other browser. Getting things going right now. I hope everybody checked out the newest part of my interview with Hot Boy Durk. That is out right now on the channel. Here we go. I got some exclusive from the dispensary. And tonight we could actually also have a very special guest tuning in with us, y'all. I'm going to get us a special guest tuning in potentially. Peasy, what's poppin'? Blizzy, what's going on with you?
Color me.
Tonight, I'm going to be having a special guest come on the show. Everybody hit the like button on your way in. Share this video. Let them know that Mikey T is going to have a special guest tonight. You know what I'm saying? We got a special guest on the show. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in, though, tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Share this video right now. James Brown, appreciate you. Buffalo is in the building right now. Everybody share this video. Let's get these numbers up. Let's get these numbers up, you guys. And I've actually got an interesting special guest for y'all. All right, I just shot the message to the special guest. It's going to be interesting to hear what my special guest has to say tonight. What about Indivisible TV? What up, Blizzy? Because tonight we're going to be talking about Lil Reese actually breaking his silence. Lil Reese has, Lil Reese has actually, there was no weed on that, thank God. Lil Reese has actually broken his silence on the whole shooting that happened recently in Chicago. It was allegedly a carjacking. It was allegedly a carjacking, you guys. But it turned into something much worse than that. Let's share this video, you guys. I got a dope special guest gonna tap in. I think you guys are going to be a little bit shocked about this one. Thank you, Kat. Appreciate you tuning in on the platform as always. Go check out some of the new interviews I've been putting out. And, you know, we've been killing these commentaries. Major salute to Kat and everybody who consistently tunes in. I have some new interviews I'm going to be shooting this week that I'm really excited about. Today I dropped an exclusive with Hot Boy Durk speaking on actually what happened when Lil Wayne released a record where he addressed all the Hot Boys leaving Cash Money. Hot Boy Durk addressed Lil Wayne recording I Miss My Dogs. Well, I wish you well, Kat. I wish you well. God bless you. But tonight we have a very interesting topic to address because Lil Reese has actually done another interview. Lil Reese has spoken out in a new interview, you guys, where he actually addresses everything that happened that day in Chicago, where he says he was just trying to buy some weed. What up, Steve? Appreciate you tapping in. Steven Rivera in the building. Everybody hit that like button. Share this video. I'm fitting to roll up some of this dispensary grade. And how do I keep? Oh, no, we're good. Money. Big up, Mikey T. Salute to the lone G, man. Appreciate you, man. Chris in the building. Major salute. Share this video, everybody. Share this video. We are potentially going to have a very special guest joining us tonight to talk about this topic. You know, we had spoke about it in May when it actually happened. We spoke about this, and I believe it was the first half of May when Lil Reese was actually involved in this situation where we saw him bloodied on the internet. We saw Lil Reese on the ground, and we all speculated about what happened to Lil Reese. Well, Reese did an interview, which was unexpected to me, but Reese did an interview where he confirmed that he was grazed in the eye, you guys. Lil Reese has confirmed that he was grazed in the eye. There was a whole lot of blogs. Thank you, Kat. Appreciate you. I'm not sure if you heard about this story, Kat. You more than likely did. But there was a whole lot of reports out there that Reese had been grazed in the leg, he had been grazed in the thigh, and then more like crazily reports that Lil Reese had been grazed in the eye. You know, this is a guy who had got hit in the throat. So we hear how his voice sounds and know that in the new interviews that he's doing, you know, and we see how he has been affected by the street activity. So just to think the man lost his voice, imagine if he lost his sight as well. Marco, appreciate you for tapping in. Taryn says that DCFs with Lil Reese. Lil Reese actually, he did this interview. Actually, it was a pretty good interview. And he actually addressed everything happening or everything that happened at that day in Chicago when he went up to meet with a couple guys who were there to, I guess, serve him up, or maybe they were picking Lil Reese up to go get some bud. So Reese was actually just going to get some bud, and then he got caught up in a whole melee. And Reese explained in this interview that he did, just to show the homie some love. You know, I know it wasn't the Cam Capone interview. I want to show the homie some love because, you know, he actually went out there and got the interview with Reese, and you got to respect that, you guys. And I wanted to write that down, but I just got home a little late. It's Fucius TV, Fucious TV. And Cam Capone actually did an interview with Lil Reese right after he got, not right after, but he was one of the first to get an interview with Reese after he was shot in the neck. Hell yeah, you already know, Taryn. I'm going to keep the content coming. All I do is work, you guys. All I do is grind, sort of like DJ Khaled. You know what I mean? All I do is win. Yep, that's right. Icebergs. He said, sorry to hear that, Cat. Keep your head up and stay strong, shorty. RCR family. That's right. Cat, appreciate you for tapping in tonight, though. Staying in tune, as you said. Mel, what's going on with you? Appreciate you for tuning in as well. I got to roll a little something up for the show, you guys. I got a hybrid tonight, y'all. Got myself a hybrid. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not to take a line out of 50's book, but Prayed Up said, sup, Mike, Center Coast, Cali, F's with you. Major salute to the Center Coast of Cali. Man, I'll mess with Cali anytime I get the opportunity. You guys will see in the future. You guys will see in the future when I get the opportunity to travel more and I get the opportunity to touch a lot more of people out there. Hit that like button, everybody. Share. I'm just going to roll up. Everybody roll up your blunts. We're about to get started. I briefly went into what we're going to be speaking on tonight, but we're going to get started in just a second. Everybody roll up your L's. Everybody roll up your Dutches, your backwoods, your raw papers, whatever you're smoking on tonight. We're going to get this thing started in just a moment. Okay, let's see. Oh, man. Way too much in that, maybe. No, I didn't. Nope. We good money. We good money. I tried something different. I tried this jelly sickle bud. Share this video, everyone. We're speaking on Lil Reese tonight. We're speaking on Lil Reese, who actually just spoke out after the shooting that happened in May. The crazy shooting that happened in front of, I guess it was an apartment complex. You guys. And Reese actually went out to link with these guys who I guess were in a stolen vehicle. Reese didn't speak on that so much. He said he was going to link up with them to get weed. He was going to link up with them to get bud. And as you guys know, bud is pretty much legal at this point. So you could pretty much tell a cop, yo, I'm going to get bud. Yo, I just smoked. As long as you're not in a vehicle, like driving or something like that, you could be like, yo, man, I'm going to get some goddamn bud. I ain't doing nothing. So apparently that's why, in my opinion, Little Reese was like so forthcoming with that information that he was going to buy bud. He's like, yo, I was here to buy bud. You know what I'm saying? And Reese actually said when he got to the hospital from the whole melee, he pretty much just turned around and left. Yo, Blizzy, cool that shit out, dude. Cool that shit out, man. Unless you're free Ab, free King Rallo. Cat says, I have a feeling this time it was a setup, even if he didn't know about it. These guys knew Reese had his fair of troubles. That's interesting you say that, Cat, because as soon as Reese was on the scene, like as soon as they noticed that it was somebody that had a reputation, they were so quick to bring the cameras out and be like, you get what you coming to. You got what was coming to you. You see what happens to you. They were so, Little Reese. They were so quick to do that, But in all honesty, they had just seen Reese in the vehicle. So it's like he wasn't there before. They were going to his place where he was at, and he was going to meet up with them to get weed, unknowingly that they were in a stolen vehicle. And that shit happens a lot. And I actually wanted to ask our special guest tonight about something like that similarly happening to him. It involved bikes, though, because I was trying to say this, like, this is what I was saying, Kat. The guys who pulled up to link up with Reese in the stolen SRT, they knew they were in the wrong. They knew that they were going to meet up with Reese, a figure in the hip hop community. These guys were going to meet up with Little Reese in a stolen vehicle, y'all. And I said it to a couple of my co-hosts. I think that they were doing that to come off as cool. I think they were doing that to come off as, yo, you got an SRT? I got one too. We really do this. Come ride with us, man. Let's spend the day with Little Reese and smoke out some L's. We got this whip, even though it's a stolen V. You know what I mean? We got a stolen whip, but who cares? We're with Little Reese. We're gonna be out. We're gonna be out of sight, out of mind for the day. And honestly, that's how I think they were thinking about it, y'all. That's how I think it was, and that's a regular street mentality of somebody who's like, yo, I want to show them that I'm just as big as them. When in reality, you don't need to do that. In reality, Little Reese, I don't think, is looking up to people who are stealing vehicles. I don't think Little Reese is really looking up to people like that, to be 100% honest with you guys. Maybe back in the day, you know what I mean? New Jersey Drive days and shit. You'd look at somebody, you'd be like, yo, them are them boosters. Them are them boosters right there. But we'll get back to that in a second, y'all. Jersey in the building. Major salute to Jersey. Everybody hit that like button. Share this video right now. Major news coming out in just the last couple days. Little Reese has spoken up in another exclusive interview, y'all. Little Reese has spoken up in another exclusive interview, and he's basically dropping a lot of details about what happened that day. I want to say it was May 15th or something like that. That's what I remember from the interview on Fuchsia's TV. What we smoking on tonight? It's called Jillylicious or something like that. It's like a jelly bean strain. I don't know if you guys ever heard of jelly bean, but it's like a jelly bean like strain. I bought like a 14 of it at the dispensary. They had a deal on a 14 of some shake, so I bought that. I was like, let me give that a try. I've been smoking so much runts that it doesn't even taste like nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to give this Jilly breath or something like that. Yeah, man. Prophecy forever. New Jersey in the building right now. Definitely, man. New Jersey has, New Jersey salute, but we're talking about Chicago. Chicago has some of the, the dopest artists in the game for a number of years, ever since I was really a kid. You know what I mean? Like with Kanye and Common and even Twista. You know what I mean? They have notable artists out there, people that we know about. But now in the more recent years, You know, in the more recent years, we see what all these young generations are going through in Chicago. You know, all the violence and shit that they're going through. You know, my guy Rosewood speaks on it here and there about Philly. You know, he always wants to leave the message. You know, like there's too many casualties happening right now in hip hop, you guys. But it's more than hip hop. There's too many casualties happening in general in these cities, and something has to happen to calm everybody down. You know what I'm saying? And free my brother AR Rab, because when you got somebody out there like he was saying in interviews in Philly, they don't really have a ball player or somebody like that. So they look to Ab like, okay, what are we doing? We're going to the nightclub. We're entertainers. Wow, somebody's jealous. Somebody's jealous that they can't put anything in here. Yeah, an interview with Havoc from Mobb Deep would be a movie, yo. I would kill that interview. I would make a movie out that interview, man. Nah, he don't got the drop, Iceberg. He don't got the drop, bro. He don't got the drop on that shit, Iceberg. Let me light this shit up, though, and see how it's hitting out of a blunt, because I was smoking it earlier out of some raws, and it was hitting right. But I didn't pick any up on the way home. Yeah, I just picked up Dutch's. I'm a Dutch guy. Y'all know that. Oh, shit. Come on, man. This shit is like 21%. I was smoking some lemon lava, 31%. Well, what's going on out here at the end? Am I lighting this shit from the wrong end or something? Hell yeah, man. All right. You're a big fan of Mobb Deep and G Unit. So what was your favorite Mobb Deep album? Follow me right now, you guys, on Instagram. Everybody that follows me, I'll give a follow back. Apple Sunday, that's what's up. That's what's up. The infamous, that's what I'm talking about. Murder music shit. NFC North, 100,000%. Bam. Yo, this dude is so weird, yo. This dude is so weird logging onto my chat like he's got nothing else to do with his life. Hell on Earth, another good Mobb Deep album. You know, then you go into the more newer ones, from America's Nightmare to Blood Money. Blizzy, what's cracking, man? Do I think Mobb Deep is the best duo ever? I would have to say so, man. I would have to say so. Mobb Deep is my favorite duo ever for sure. 100%. I'll give that to Mobb Deep. I'll give that to Mobb Deep for sure. You know, because you got to look at the way that they're a duo and like how they impacted one another. Prodigy, the God MC. Havoc, God producer. You know what I mean? Damn. Yeah, I think they slept on America's Nightmare too, bro. Two great albums in a row as well. I liked HNIC too, man. And I liked Return of the Mac. And I liked let me see. No, I don't want to I'm not gonna put Albert Anastasia on the same level as those two. Because Return of the Mac was really probably his best effort ever. Just my opinion. Return of the Mac was probably Prodigy's best effort. What's going on with this blunt? Okay, I see what the problem is here, man. Shit is smoking like a backwood. Peace to the gods on earth. Louis Peasy says murder music was dope. Yeah, you guys, I was shocked to see Lil Reese speak out so quick in an interview and to speak out. Like, I think Lil Reese could have went anywhere to speak out. He could have went to MTV, he could have went to Sway, he could have went to anywhere. He could have went to No Jumper. I know he doesn't want to go to DJ Vlad really, but I think it would suit him to go on DJ Vlad and tell his story. All right, this is deaded, man. I'm dead in this blunt. I am dead in this blunt. I ain't wasting no more of my good weed on this blunt. Oh, yo, Dexter is a herb. He don't know shit about dispensary grade. Dexter's a herb. He gets crippy. Dexter's a herb. He gets that crip. He smokes that leftover. He smokes the bottom of the bag. His weed doesn't come in this. He definitely doesn't got two of them. And then one of these. I'm just saying. Crippy. Oh, my bad, Dexter. I just went in on you because Dexter smokes roaches. Crippy. Sorry, bro. But yeah, let me put this shit in a new blunt, man, because I don't know why, but there's so many holes in this blunt. But yeah, yo, was anybody shocked to see Lil Reese actually do an interview like that? I honestly, I feel like honestly his lawyer, but maybe it doesn't have anything to do with the lawyer at this point, because he went on this interview with Fuchsius. He had done an interview prior to that with Cam Capone News, but in the more recent interview with Fuchsius TV, he actually said he was not charged in the incident. He was not charged whatsoever. As soon as he was at the hospital, he pretty much was discharged from the hospital, you guys. Now, you might ask, why was he discharged right away? Because he said he was grazed, the eye, grazed here, grazed there. Now, at one point, we saw a big bruise on his head, like a bulging bruise coming out of his head. He actually addressed that as well. Lil Reese said that happened because an officer came and threw him down and his head hit that pole, that pole that we saw him laying in between. He said that when they all came outside, the people who were saying they stole the vehicle were like, they stole my car. They stole my car. So the police came over and basically put him back on the ground, at which point Lil Reese says he never got his ass kicked. He never got his ass kicked. He actually was thrown on the ground by the police, and his head hit that pole that was right by him. So that's what Reese is saying right now. That's what Reese is saying right now. Now, the video evidence shows a cop or a security guard holding Reese down and somebody coming over to Reese and saying, that's what you get. Now, at one point, you guys, I won't lie, I thought potentially that the person running over could have actually had assaulted Lil Reese, beat him up or whatever, and then came over and filmed that. But a lot of the times, some people out there, you can tell me if you think I'm right or wrong, you guys. Sometimes people out there, they will take a video of you after you're getting arrested, after they've gotten you arrested, and say, that's what you get. Like, sometimes people will do that. Hell no, Vanguardian TV. Major salute to you for tuning in, Vanguardian TV. But we ain't doing no zigzag mango wraps. Actually, zigzags are cool. I didn't even know they made a zigzag mango. That's interesting, man. But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No, sir. Not me. Reese is capping, yo. You know, the one thing about Reese doing this interview, you guys, it's like it's career control. You know, it's PR management. It's like Little Reese wants to show that he can keep his face in front of the camera at all times. He wants to show that he's not going to be scared to address certain things. But you know, my only issue with that, you guys, is like, okay, you're so quick to put yourself on the camera right now. How come you didn't put yourself all over the camera when you were actually successful? How come we didn't see Little Reese all over the camera when Drake and Rick Ross were covering his single At the Top, It's Just Us? Like, that was your opportunity, Reese, to be all over Instagram, to be all over the interviews, to be, you know what I mean? To be taking over the game and talking about your music. That's kind of how I feel about it, you guys. Like, and when you say something like that, it's almost like too little, too late, you know, because there's no way to sugarcoat it. It's almost like too little, too late, because you had the opportunity at one point when everybody in the industry was messing with you, and like sort of, yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, life with the Philly fam. Yo, I'm gonna send you the link, bro, if you're free. Shit, people. Young D said, "Shit, people like to lie about shit like that all the time, Mikey." Let me see if my bro Twiz will tap in, because I'd like to ask him about that, especially with the lone G man saying Reese is capping, yo. I'd like to tap in with a couple of my homies about it, you know, because a lot of the times when an artist can do an interview, he can control the narrative. You know what I mean? He can control what the general public sees, you know? So it's honestly, I think, a smart move from Little Reese to show the people that he's not going to be scared to put his face on the camera. But like I said, I'm just calling what I see. You had an opportunity to put your face all over the internet several years ago, and you could have actually been in a position where you never faced off with something like this. You could have been rich and out of here. Like, look at Chief Keef. He's in Chicago. I mean, Chief Keef, he's from Chicago. He's in California. Look at Little Durk. He could be anywhere he wants. Little Durk is the biggest rapper, even though not a lot of people like to agree with me on this. Little Durk is the biggest rapper right now. Little Durk is the biggest rapper right now in the game, y'all. I mean, look what happened. Little Durk did the record with Pooh Shiesty, and then the Little Baby came over and got Little Durk for a whole album. That's right. That's right, everyone. Follow my guy, SV Twiz. He's been doing a lot of dope interviews as of late, but he's also jumping on live commentaries as well. Hey, SFS. I never said that Little Reese wasn't the realest rapper, my dude. I was just keeping it real and saying that Little Reese had an opportunity in his career to really take advantage of it. But now, when all the buzz has sort of died down, if you could say that, which I think you can comfortably say that Little Reese's buzz has died down considerably since those days. Now it seems like he's trying to take advantage of all the media outlets. Let me ask my guy Twiz about that, you know, being the hood blogger. You know what I'm saying? Let me get SV Twiz's opinion on that shit, because I'm about to bring him in. You know, the hood's voice is about to tap in. Yo,
Mikey, what's up, bro? Salute, Mikey. Much love and respect. What's up with you, Mikey? What's going on?
Yo, Twiz, make sure your internet's right, man.
Oh, my fault. I'm tripping. Let me connect the Wi-Fi real quick. My fault.
Damn, Twiz is in something crispy tonight, y'all. Twiz is in something crispy tonight. My guy, the hood blogger, the hood's voice, is about to tap back in. My guy is in the building. Yo, what's that you got on? You're not wearing a traditional black tee tonight, bro.
Nothing, man. Just something like, man, you know, I ain't black tea in it tonight. What's up, Mikey, man? What's up, Iceberg? Salute, man. Can y'all hear me clear? Is my connection good now?
Nope. You're great, bro. So let me ask you, Twiz. Right now, Little Reese gets into an altercation in the beginning, the first 2 weeks of May, right? You know, that whole situation, the botched car robbery. He was just trying to buy some weed or something like that. Before we get into that, I want to, you know, go a little bit further than all that, you know, with Little Reese. right after this situation, he's jumped on the internet to do an interview to talk about the whole situation. I mean, it seems like back when he was actually popping, Little Reese would never be jumping on the internet and doing all these type of interviews.
Facts. That's a big fact. You know what I'm saying? Lil Reese, aka we know him as the Grim Reaper, man. Oh, death of a clout chaser. What's up, bro? I just gotta take Doc is also a solid guy, man. That's my guy right there. What's up, Death of a Clout Chaser TV? What's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? This is you know what I'm saying, a sturdy guy from Chirac himself, man. You know what I'm talking about. So and to get back on topic, man, I 100% agree with you, Mikey. If you think about it, bro, like when Reese got with this last little situation, bro, like it was, a lot going on as far as the internet wise. And I feel like he probably had a point to prove and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he had to let the people know. Because as we all know him as the Grim Reaper, he really don't talk too much. He definitely don't do no interviews like you know what I'm talking about. So I felt like he wanted to let the world know of what was really going on. And me myself, I didn't see the interview, but I feel like he felt as though he was obligated to let the people know what's up.
Yeah, I agree with you, man, because there's all type of speculation that he had got shot in the eye, which he did confirm, Twiz, in the interview. He confirmed he was grazed in the eye.
Facts.
You know,
What
so you got to do this interview, Twiz, because he got hit in the throat and now his voice has changed. Imagine if the man lost his vision. Like that's got to be the rap of the rap career.
One thing for sure, two things for certain. Little Reese is a beast because he handled two serious situations, and on top of that, bro, like I feel like just because people like if you a street certified nigga, people feel as though nothing can happen to you. Like they feel like you can't lose no fights. I'm talking about physical fist fights. They feel like you can't get shot or this and that. That you know what I'm saying, but these are things that happens when
Right.
you are living in that life, man. You know what I'm talking about? So I just feel like he just put on such a certain pedestal where people feel as though certain things shouldn't happen, but you know, the proof is in the pudding. Like Reese is everything that he say he is, man. Shout out to him. I just feel like he's in a position right now where on top of music, he can also help the youth out because he done been there and done that as far as on every level, man.
No, I think you're touching some key points right there, Twiz. So So Reese says that he was picked up by a couple guys, or he was meeting up with these guys to actually go buy some weed. So I guess actually putting that statement out there that you're going to buy weed, that's not too crazy. Even if you're saying to the cops, I was going to buy weed, that's not that crazy, I guess. But Reese contends that he was going to buy weed. So he jumps in the car with these people, and people start bucking shots at the vehicle and then come outside. He comes outside, and then there's people outside saying they stole my car. So the police put Reese on the ground. Reese says he did not get his ass whooped whatsoever. He says when the cops put him on the ground, you remember that picture of him with that metal
I,
pipe
re-
there?
I remember that. I remember that.
He
You know what I'm
says when
saying?
the cops put him on the ground, his head hit that metal bar. That's what he's saying.
That was a bad drawing, and I feel like when these cops, somebody like Little Reese, bro, they know who this guy is. When pretty much if they approaching him and they like, damn, you know what I'm saying? They like, yo, I know who this guy is, man. So it's definitely understandable. And at the end of the day, it's like people might try to throw some salt on his name, but he wasn't up here like testifying on nobody or nothing like that. I feel like as far as street credibility wise, nobody can really question somebody like Little Reese, man. But at the end of the day, he's also getting older and he wants success. Like when it comes to like going, say if you going to get some loud, bro, that's no different than talking about going to get some a liquor or a pack of cigarettes, bro. Like it's a different day and time. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't on here, incriminating nobody, saying that I just got loud from this block or from this guy or whatever, man. So it's just how the internet roll, where they be like, oh, I can't believe he did this. I can't believe he did that. But he's still human at the end of the day.
And Twiz, I like how you broke it down because not everybody is going to win every fight. You know what I mean? You're going to get into mad
Facts.
fights. Sometimes you're just going to back down on somebody. You know what I mean? And they're going to not even fight you. Sometimes you're going to lose. Sometimes you're going to win, but you're going to get two black eyes. You know what I'm saying? But you're in the public. So that's how the public looks at it. So, yeah, I really like how you broke that down right there because I can certainly say I haven't won every fight that I've gotten in. But that
Facts.
doesn't make
Facts.
me any less of a man.
It don't. What matters is that you fought. You know what I mean? We all can get our ass whooped. Muhammad Ali and Tyson got their ass whooped, and they two of the greatest boxers in the world. They were monsters in that ring. And to speak on the Little Reese situation, I don't know if Death of a Clout Chaser in here still, but he had pretty much touched up on. Let me ask you this, Mikey. When the guy, it was like a guy and his wife that was on some, they was on some shit, bro. Like they was on some, yeah, that's what you get. Like you playing with me,
Yep.
blase blah. Like, bro, like where in the world do that exist? This guy had to have been some type of law enforcement or something for him to even have been. We talking about Little Reese. He got grazed in his eye.
I was
Whatever else
going to
had.
bring that up. I was going to bring that up, Twiz, actually. So, yeah, let me get your take on that because in Death of the Clout Chaser, I actually sent you the link. It's in your DM. But so, when I first saw that video and the guy came up on Reese when Reese was on the ground and he was like, that's what you get. You would think, okay, that's what somebody says to someone after they get done kicking their ass. But let's think about what Reese was saying. Reese had just come out with the stolen vehicle. They had people on the inside shooting at the stolen vehicle, and then they come outside. So there was people waiting outside, and the first thing that they see near their stolen vehicle is Little Reese. So they don't know anybody else, any other of the gangsters that stole their vehicle that don't have, they don't look like someone they've seen on television. So this is what I was thinking, or this is what I know, Twiz. Sometimes if someone has just gotten you arrested, they will come up on you with a camera, Twiz, and they'll be like, that's what you get. And they're talking about that you get arrested, not even having just kicked your ass. They'll say, that's what you get, and you just got arrested. Have you ever heard of some shit like that?
Facts, like it's not an everyday thing, but at the end of the day, those people, that couple that came out there, they knew who Little Reese was, as far as being in a certain level, in a certain bracket. So it's like, oh, he not as hard as who he say he is. You know how this internet shit go, bro, Mikey? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people always be like, oh, he's supposed to be the top gangster, he this and that, but look at you now. Look at you now. I didn't see Lil Reese handcuffed on the ground talking about, please stop. Like, he wants some shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, blood in his eyes. You know what I mean? So people try to, take away from somebody's legacy or go out their way to prove that a person wasn't who that the people think they weren't. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what I feel, me myself personal, you know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't have happened like that. I done seen plenty of people get shot, and where the police come on the scene, they backing everybody up. Somebody could be shot or killed, and it could be a family member of the victim, and they don't even let them come up close. So why was those people even ever able to come that close? And me myself, I feel like the cops wanted to let that float. You know what I mean? They they wanted all of that stuff to go down how it did.
Go viral.
Facts.
Like how they took
Facts.
the picture of Kodak Black in the handcuffs after he got arrested at the event in Miami.
Facts. No different than when King Von, pictures got leaked of him after he, lost his life. You know what I mean? Certain things shouldn't be leaked. And it just shows you when people are put in certain brackets, they go out their way to be like, you know what? This was your champion. This, you know what I mean? He not all he cracked up to be.
Now, Twiz, even if that woman who yelled out, "This is what you get, you stole the car," even if she was wrong about Lil Reese stealing the car, the point is that is the first person she recognized by her vehicle. She don't know Leroy or James. You know what I'm
It,
saying? But she
it,
knows Lil Reese.
exactly. Exactly. Why is she even recording it in the first place? If it's something that serious,
Right.
why is your phone out? Why are you recording this? If you so upset and this and that and the energy and animosity that she had, why is your phone out, lady?
The
You know
police
what
are
I mean?
already there. Just to clarify with what Twiz is saying, the police are already there. The job is getting done. Your vehicle is going to be given back to you. Why the hell? You know what I mean? Why is a lot of this shit going on? You know what I'm saying? But another
Right.
theory I have is that they weren't calling the police. These people were just out there on some lookout shit, and they were trying to do some vigilante shit and steal their car back. Twiz. They
Yeah, that's
them down or something to steal the car back, from what it seems.
my question is, how the hell did they even track them down? What the hell? Like, what was going on? Like, did they physically see the person that was? Because we all know, as much as people try to throw salt on Little Reese's name, Little Reese will be one of the last people that will be going and popping up a Johnny, bro. Like Little Reese, from my understanding, he didn't even really know these guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you put up on a certain level in a pedestal, people go out their way to kiss you behind. You know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, like who knows? I know when I was younger coming up and people were stealing cars, they had things like called master keys and shit like that, bro. Like where you can get a master key and really have like a key to a certain brand of cars. But even if it was popped up or whatever, you know what I mean? Little Reese probably wasn't paying it no attention, bro. Like people ain't popping up Durangos on 24/7. Not no updated Durango like that. You know what I mean?
Now I was with my guy a little bit earlier, and we were talking about this, about how sometimes when you're a famous rapper, like either any of these famous rappers, man, and they got homies in the hood, they're like, "Yo, we're fitting to pull up on so and so. We're gonna fit. Yo, we got the SRT right now. We're fitting to pull up on Reese right now. Show him we got the SRT too." Damn well knowing
Facts.
that whip is stolen, Twiz.
Facts. Facts, and that's exactly what it was. Whereas though, like Reese could have known them people through somebody mutually or anything, but he wouldn't have got in that car unless with him knowing it was stolen. Like when you on a certain bracket, it's only one reason you would be getting inside a stolen car, and that's to spin on somebody. You know, not to say too much, but at the end of the day, you know, I can pretty much guarantee he didn't realize that that car was stolen.
So these guys come to pick up Reese in a stolen V. You know what I mean? They're like, "Yo, we're picking up Reese. We're going to grab 3 ounces, or we're going to grab a QP. We're out of here. We're going to, you know what I mean? We're going to the city for the weekend in a vehicle. No one's gonna find us or nothing." But tables turned, and that day things didn't go as they would have planned. They would have probably never told Reese they were in a stolen whip. Or am I being naive, Twiz? Would they have certainly told him if they were hanging out a day later that the whip was stolen? I'd
No, they
say
wouldn't. They wouldn't have told them because Lil Reese is in a different bracket. So it's no
what?
different than
You
it's
got me
no
a
different
stolen whip?
facts. It's no different than if somebody like me stole a Bentley and let's just say you got somebody like Beanie Siegel or something. And I'm like, yo, Beans, I got this Bentley or whatever. But what I feel like is that the people that took the car, not only did they take the car, they probably was on some shit like, bro, I know we can get a QP of this for this price and it's that gas. I feel like everything was like, people trying to prove to them to Reese that they were certified people and it didn't work out how they wanted it to work out.
Sorry about that, Twiz, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I know you puffing on that gas, man. You know what
Now
I'm saying?
I'm talking to our special guest actually.
Okay, okay. he tapping in. Who we got in here tonight, man? I
Oh
was waiting
man,
for you to
you
go.
know I'm not gonna let them know the special guest right
Okay,
now. But let me
okay.
tell you, man, it's one of the biggest gangsters out of New York City.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep. But let me ask you, man, are you shocked that Little Reese actually decided to do an interview so close to this whole situation?
Like I said, I'm not really shocked. I just feel like he wanted to clear up
Yep.
rumors. You know what I mean? Because when you a real street person, it don't matter how much money you got, bro. You want to clear your name, bro. Like when you got false accusations out here, it's like, what's the best way to address something that's floating around the internet? You know what I mean? Like,
Go out and find one of the best interviewers. Like he said, he went on Twitter and he was like, "Who is the hottest interviewers out right now that I should do an interview with?" Yeah, I think you're right. And he had actually said when he got took into the hospital that what happened after they were alleging, were you charged? What happened? He said basically when he went to the hospital, he got cleaned up and they sent him right home. He has not been charged in this whole situation. So that's probably another reason why he's got the okay to do an interview, I would say, Twiz.
facts. I mean, just dealing with courts and things like that. The DAs, the prosecutors, they know Lil Reese ain't stealing no car, man. I mean, they could have been assholes just because who he is and tried to charge him with something, but they know deep down inside, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, he
And
wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't guilty of that. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, bro, he wasn't guilty for that situation, bro. Like you can see the people that he was riding with, bro. Like these wasn't no get money people, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't known for nothing. They it seemed to me like they was just on some middleman type shit. Like I can take you to my man, this and that, blah, blah, blah. That's like if I come to you, Mikey, like I'd be like, yo, bro, I know where you can get a QP of runts for 650. And I come pull up, even though I know we know each other, but if I pull up to you and the car is stolen, you know what I mean? And when we get pulled over, bro, like you was just worrying about getting that QP of 650, you know what I'm saying? Or that runs for 650, you know what I mean? Like, so it don't take much to realize that. And I also feel like they felt as though that with all this stuff going on the internet, it kind of poked a hole into his legacy, but somebody sturdy like that, that ain't the case, man. You can't poke a hole in certain people's legacies because the facts outweigh the falseness.
All right. So before we get into that, I want to ask you, looking at the relationship that Little Reese had with Chief Keef or has with Chief Keef and Little Durk, do you think, salute Vetalute, appreciate you for tapping in tonight. I want everybody to follow SV Twiz right now, the Hood Blogger on Instagram. You guys can tap in with him. He's just one DM away, y'all. You're just one DM away, right, Twiz?
Facts, one DM away, you already know. You know what I'm saying? Like that's exactly what it is. I'm sturdy and Mikey. Last time we went live and all of that, you know, every time we go live, people tap into the DMs and I show the love back and all of that. So I'm far from Hollywood, man, and I appreciate you throwing a link up and all of that. So just DM me. I shoot movies and all of that. Like, you know what I mean? I just updated my equipment and all that. And so reach out to me, man. Let me know that y'all was in Mikey's stream. And then we gonna carry it like that. Real support the world.
So, Twiz, what I was asking you was, with the relationship we know that Reese has with Durk and Chief Keef, you know what I mean? Do you think these guys are going to reach out to him and bring him around more now that it seems the pandemic is over and they might get back to natural touring and their natural schedules of video shoots and whatever?
As far as reaching out to more, the man above knows best. I'm not sure about that, but I also know one thing for sure, two things for certain. I can pretty much guarantee that he talked to people like Chief Keef and things of that nature. Because if we all think about who Chief Keef is, Chief Keef is one of the originals, bro. Like he started that whole Chirac wave as far as like being on videos pulling out ratchets with 30s hanging out of them. And you see how Chief Keef is living now. So Chief Keef is definitely, trying to coach people like Little Reese as far as like, bro, you know, just chill a little bit, bro. We gonna get this money at, you know what I'm saying, another way or whatever. And you know, people were saying that he, you know, Chief, that Reese was off and all of this, but that's not the case, man. It ain't the case. We ain't catch Chief Keef robbing a corner store or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I mean, my fault. We ain't catch Lil Reese robbing a corner store or nothing like that.
I hear you. And it's like what you go back to what you had said earlier. He wanted to address what happened to him. He wanted to correct some inaccuracies out there because he actually still lives in Chicago, Twiz.
He
Unlike,
do.
other guys who have ventured out to other places. Maybe Reese has other reasons as to why he's still in Chicago that he doesn't make public, that is none of our
He do.
business. You know what I mean? But Little Reese has actually been the one out of the group to actually stay in Chicago, which is why he probably is so forthcoming more recently with the public.
Facts. You know, I agree with you, man. And at the end of the day, Chief, I mean, Reese just seemed like somebody where, regardless of if Chief Keef is $1 million nigga, he not about to be sitting around leeching off of him. He still deal with his real life things every day. And that's also, it's like with Jay-Z and Bleak. You know what I'm saying? Bleak not no billionaire, but he know deep down in his heart that him and Hove are tight friends. And also Bleak still do other things that's not riding the tail off of what Jay-Z do. So you know that's pretty much how I visualize it. And you know that's just how I see it, Mikey.
So, what do you think about when it comes to music, though, for Little Reese? With his voice being affected, are you still a fan? Did you never really like his music? Where do you stand when it comes to him musically?
I'm still a fan, you know, and I'm not sitting around riding Reese, listening to Reese every other day. But when I listen to him, I know it come from a certain place in his heart where it's realistic. But dealing with Little Reese is in the same situation as Beanie Siegel, Mikey. Like we know Beans lost his voice, you know what I mean, just from all of that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, you know, that's just how it is, man. It's like he gonna always have a fan base if he can, long as he's putting the music out there, people is going to tune in just because who he is.
Now, right after he had got shot in the neck, he released a song called Outside that did something like 5 million views. Now, I'm not sure if that's a song he had pre recorded or if it's a song he had recorded. If anybody in the chat can let me know, Outside
Facts.
was it recorded before he was shot or after? But nonetheless, the music came out, it did numbers. Little Reese has always been the type of artist that can actually, drum up some feature sales. Like a lot of people would always buy features from Little Reese. He was a sought after MC to get features and shit. Papers always coming in for Reese, which I think it supports his hood lifestyle, Twiz.
It do, and he need to continue with the music. You don't continue doing what he's doing because this last situation, it was an unfortunate situation. He wasn't expecting it. It ain't like he was planning on getting in the well and going on chopping on somebody. So people need to continue to support him, you know, and continue to make his, you know what I'm saying, support his movement because I feel like Lil Reese is somebody that, you know what I mean, that can put other people from Chicago in position.
They say all publicity is good publicity. This seems like some of the worst publicity you could really get as an artist. But in all honesty, this publicity it took over the internet for days. And Little Reese had to be one of the most searched names on the internet for days, man.
Facts, facts, and it's gonna continue to be that because you know what I mean. He's super lit and super important, man, to the culture. You know what I mean? He's one of the original peoples that come from that drill era and things of that nature. So you got somebody like Chief Keef where he pretty much created it, but he separated himself from a lot of the stuff because you know, he's playing chess. He understands that life is real, and just because you a gangster, that don't mean you can't get your head knocked loose, or that don't mean you can't do 300 years in the penitentiary. So Little Reese is the only one of the few people from that wave that's still so connected to the streets. And I just think he need to be more careful and move a certain way out there before it's something that can't, that he can't get himself out of. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he could be dead right now. We could be talking about him like King Von and things of that nature.
Pop Smoke, and yeah.
Pop Smoke, Facts, Chinks. You know what I'm saying? You did the legendary interview with Chinks and all of that, and this, you know what I'm saying? You know, you know how the game go, Mikey. You already know.
Yeah, that's crazy though how you related, Little Reese's situation to Beanie Siegel. I mean, these are guys who came out from the life that they were living at whatever age it was. Maybe you could tell me better when Beanie Siegel really his name really started making noise, how old he was. But Little Reese, obviously from a young age, and they were able to turn away from the street tactics of making money to actually, you know what I mean? To actually focus on music to make money because, excuse me, guys, Twiz just got a little removed right there. Maybe he's looking up what I just asked him. But, these guys like Little Reese and Beanie Siegel could make their living off of the music industry to the point where they didn't have to engage in any type of street activity anymore.
Yeah, my alarm went off, Mikey. My fault.
Oh, no worries, bro. Ray Best says he's missing pieces of the story. It's not adding up. I want to ask you though, Twiz, is an SR? Are you for? Oh, Twiz is we just lost Twiz. He'll probably be back in a second, you guys. Gator Boy says lemon lava is the truth. Yo, that shit was 31%, bro. That shit was 31%. My boy Cody had me lit off that. That's my dude Cody from New York and shit. He's out here in Connecticut now, though. Salute to him. Ray Best said he was probably so embarrassed he had to lie. So fresh. The incident is so fresh that I wouldn't imagine anybody would tell the truth. I wouldn't expect that we could really get a truth. Nobody's going to go on there and say, yo, I got my ass kicked. And I'm not saying that Little Reese got his ass kicked that day, but he's saying that the police or the security guard, whatever the hell it was, actually threw him down and his head banged against that pole that you could see him pictured next to. I thought bro was Napoleon from the Outlaws at first. That's my bro Twiz right there, yo. Really appreciate Twiz for tapping in with us tonight. He did go a little bit all over the place with the story though, but honestly, I thought it was a little bit soon. Like, this is just my opinion, you guys. I thought it was a little bit soon for Little Reese to be given that interview about the whole incident. Like, it didn't really make much sense that he's going to give an interview about a whole incident like that. But like Twiz was saying, he really wanted to get his thoughts on there and correct some inaccuracies. I mean, there were reports out there that he got grazed in the thigh and reports that he got grazed in the eye. He confirmed those reports, you guys. Little Reese confirmed the reports that he had actually got grazed. So, a lot of that he really just wanted to, talk about how everyone was saying that he got his ass whooped and downplay those rumors. And I'm not going to lie, y'all. I'm going to have to agree with Reese's whole situation. I'm going to have to agree, or I'm going to have to, I buy it. What he's saying, I buy it. He went to the police. He didn't have to go to the police station. He went to the hospital. He wasn't even charged. So I'm going to have to say right now, I'm going to go with what Little Reese is saying. He got caught up in a bad situation. Some of his quote unquote homies trying to impress him. They had a new SRT. They had to connect to go get the loud pack. Who knows what the hell they were going to do? I don't think they were going out there to drill. I got a feeling that these guys were like, yo, we're going out with Reese. We're probably going to party. We're going to go out the city and stay in an elaborate hotel for 2 or 3 days, and nobody will know anything. They're like, we're only going to take the whip out when we have to. It's going to be checked in. So who knows, really? I couldn't tell you what's a popping spot. Hold on. Let me get my guy Majestic on the line here. Let me get my guy Majestic on the line here. Let me see if he can. Crow Gang, Crow Gang. Hold on. MC the Shiznit says he will tell you if he got his ass beat. That's nothing. He kept it 100. Yeah, good point. Good point, MC the Shiznit.
Please leave your message for
K-Way says Reese always keeps it real. If he says that's what happened, that's what happened. Yeah, K, like I'm saying, I agree with Little Reese that he probably just well, he got in the whip with these guys, he linked with these guys going to buy some weed. Yep, you're right, New Millie. You're right, New Millie. Like I think Little Reese should have calmed down. I think Little Reese should have calmed himself down at this point, you guys. Because honestly, he had such a major opportunity in his career. But in this interview, he was saying before he unfortunately got shot in the throat, that he was wilding out, you guys. Little Reese said that he was wilding out there. You got to imagine that's so I think the interviewer said that was karma. He said it wasn't karma. It's like, yo, man, if you were out there wilding, it's evidently karma. If you're out there doing crazy shit. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was elaborating that he was doing. Maybe he was banging guys' girls. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was banging dudes' chicks and shit like that. That's a real no-no. I don't want to say he was stealing weed and shit like that. I don't think he was stealing vehicles and shit and stuff along those lines. I think Reese had too much money to be doing that type of shit, you guys. I think Reese had a little bit too much money to be doing that type of shit. It really doesn't make any sense. And that's why he said he got released that day. That's why he was released that same day. And that's why he's able to do all of these interviews, because he hasn't been charged. He hasn't even been charged with stealing the vehicle. So those people who were actually there saying that he stole the whip, they're wrong. They're wrong, you guys. But like I said, to Twiz, Reese was the first person that they recognized. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know anybody else on the scene, because everyone else on the scene was pretty much just a gangster. You know what I mean? Dude probably stole your whip. You don't even know who he is. But when you see Little Reese, or when you see whoever you see, whatever famous rapper you see, you're going to recognize you. And you'll be like, what? That's Little Reese over there. That's my stolen car. Like all that type of shit. All that type of shit, you guys. There were no charges brought against Little Reese, Iceberg. Appreciate you for tapping in too, bro. There were no charges brought against Little Reese, you guys. Little Reese said that. No charges were brought against him. He wasn't he wasn't charged with a stolen vehicle. He wasn't charged with any weapons. He wasn't charged with any form of assault. So he wasn't charged with any sort of conspiracy to commit, stealing a vehicle or something like that. He wasn't charged with a mass stolen vehicle ring or a syndicate of stolen vehicles. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no New Jersey Drive type of shit. The man was just trying to get some bud. Now, I don't understand why he didn't just order some in from the dispensary. I don't know who the lady was that was screaming, but she obviously recognized who Little Reese was. These people like Durk, Reese, especially in Chicago. Come on. Come on. I agree with you, Crow Gang Gaming. He says Reese needs to recognize that he's blessed to still be here and leave that other shit alone. I wish Reese would have really focused on jumping on the internet back in the day, you guys. I wish Reese would have focused on jumping on the internet back in the day when he was crazy buzzing. You know what I mean? When, I don't know, I think he had a situation with Def Jam or something back then. Back in the day when everybody was looking at the guys from Chicago, when Chief Keef had put him on Don't Like, when Chief Keef put him on the other records that he was buzzing on. Like, I think that was his moment to really stand out. Really appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. If anybody wants to support the channel, hit that Cash App Mikey T Movie. If you want to support the channel tonight, I need everybody to show some love. Hit that like button. We got 60 likes in here. All right, let's get that shit up to 75. Everybody hit that like. Big Factsville says Reese needs to move out. So Reese leaving Chicago has been something that a lot of people out there have said. A lot of people out there have said, yo, Reese needs to get out of Chicago. It makes no sense that Reese has stayed in Chicago. Reese is getting money. And that's why it was addressed in the interview. Reese, people are out there saying that you're actually broke. People are out there trying to say that you're not getting money like you used to. Honestly, when it comes to Reese leaving Chicago, that is his own prerogative. You know what I mean? That is up to Lil Reese when it comes to leaving Chicago, you guys. Lil Reese could have something that keeps him in Chicago, a grandparent, grandfather, grandmother, kids. I don't know if he's got kids. You know what I mean? Maybe he has multiple kids and everybody's there. Anything like that. Maybe he has multiple siblings and they're all there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to take all that shit into consideration, you guys. We got to take all that into consideration. There's some things out there that the artist isn't going to share with us, and there's some things that we need to respect. Yep, MC Decision, it says Ray Best. He hit his head when he crashed. He got grazed. He kept his mouth shut, and that's why it's 30 different stories. He was grazed in the lip and the eye, crashed, got slammed by the police. Simple. Exactly. Reese confirmed and denied a couple of the reports that were up there, with the internet running wild about him having gotten his ass kicked. I mean, I'm pretty sure there wasn't a video out there of, him getting his ass, or the guy who beat him up allegedly. But I got my guy Majestic on the line right now. Yo, Majestic.
What up, bro?
Majestic.
What's word, man?
Yo, I got Majestic on the line right now. Everybody, let me know.
Your phone in and out.
You should be good, man. Majestic, hit me with a circle of wealth, bro.
The circle of wealth.
Can everybody
What's
hear?
up, man?
Can everybody hear Majestic right now? Let me know if y'all can hear Majestic in the chat. So, Majestic, I wanted to ask you, man, because you're in St. Louis, which is pretty close to Chicago, right?
Right.
Let me ask you, man, when somebody steals a whip in Chicago, where are they most likely to go to enjoy some leisure?
In Chicago?
No, like where's close to Chicago that they would go to, like if they had stolen, like where they would go to live it up and like to be out of sight? Would they go to the city or something? Like, I'm just trying to.
That's the first place you always run, to the city, not the county. Always go to the city.
Because
I don't want to be dry stitching for nobody, but yeah, that's where you go.
But I'm thinking these guys, they would want to go to the city with a stolen whip because they check into a hotel, and then they pretty much put the whip in the valet. And at that point, it's out of sight, out of mind. Only take it out.
In and out. I'm having a hard time.
Majestic's phone is ass. We got him on there for a second, though. It's all good. It's all good, you guys. Lord says, nowhere. We don't hijack like that here. Yo, West Mids, Gypsy, England, salute to you. He said, Majestic's got a good voice. M1 said, talk that shit, Majestic. Vetaloop said, Majestic, where you been? Majestic is getting to the money, y'all, and he just built a studio in his crib, y'all. He just put a studio in the crib. Just put a studio in the crib. But you guys, I have some amazing interviews. I have some amazing interviews that I've been doing recently. I don't know if you guys seen it yet, but I want everybody to go check out my interview with Hot Boy Turk. I'm going to post the link up right now. For everyone who hasn't seen it, I need y'all to go check out my interview with Hot Boy Turk. One of the dope new interviews that I did. I'm actually going to be interviewing Snipe Life from D Block. That's right, you guys. I'm going to be interviewing Snipe Life from D Block. Everybody go check this joint out right here, though, with Hot Boy Turk speaking on Lil Wayne, lying to Birdman for him. I need everybody to go check that out. This new interview with Hot Boy Turk is going crazy, y'all. Had to come on here tonight, though, and talk about Lil Reese because I found it crazy. Rosewood, Iceberg, did you find it crazy that Lil Reese did an interview, or do you think since he hasn't been charged, it's been cool? Personally, I didn't, even though I saw him asking, like, who's the best interviewer out there? Who's the best guy to do an interview with? I didn't think he was honestly going to do an interview so quick, so close to what happened to him. You know what I mean? All the grazes, all the interaction with the police, you know what I mean? The massive bruising on his head. But obviously, it's been a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Iceberg agrees. He says that was crazy to me. I mean, you guys could go check out the interview now with Lil Reese, but I just wanted to come on here and actually speak on it, you know, with him actually denying that he got his ass whooped, completely denies he got his ass whooped, and has denied that he had anything to do with any type of stealing of an automobile. He was there completely to buy some weed. Sounds like a complete story to me. Your homie hits you up, yo, what's good? I got the connect for some bud, and I got a whip to come pick you up. We just got to drive to XY, whatever, to pick it up. That happens every single day. I don't think Lil Reese would ever involve himself in, not saying he wouldn't involve himself with people like that, because you can never, you know what I mean, determine what people, other people are going to do that you're around. You know what I'm saying? People out there have known people that have been robbed banks, people that have become stick-up kids, people out there have known people who have died. You cannot determine what somebody else is going to do. So Lil Reese, being in a city like Chicago, you're going to come across any different type of person. You know, these guys were just on a level where they were like, yo, let's go show Reese we're on the same level as him. And then it all just kind of blew up in their face. And they made a viral moment out of Lil Reese. I want to say that's his worst viral moment, you guys. To me, even though Lil Reese is cleaning it up, like, that was one of the worst things I've ever seen happen to a hip-hop artist, man. Much respect to Lil Reese and all the guys from Chicago. I appreciate everybody that watches me from Chicago. I think you guys know that I got a lot of love for your city. You know what I mean? Y'all are really doing it big out there for literally my whole life. You know what I mean? I'm 32. I'm 33. So you know what? That just like literally my whole time of being involved in hip hop, I've always known about acts that come from Chicago and shit. So just like Philly and just like LA and just like NYC and Miami and Atlanta, you know, I got love for Chicago. And salute my brother Majestic, who tapped in with us tonight from St. Louis, and that's another big hip-hop city, you guys. And also salute to SV Twiz, who tapped in. Somerville Twiz, major salute to him. Life with the Philly fam. Thank you, guys. Appreciate everybody tapped in, man. Everybody watched this on the replay. I gave you a little short episode for tonight, man, because I got some shit to do tonight. But salute, respect. If anybody wants to show love, hit that Cash App, man. You know what I'm saying? I just had a birthday, just turned 33. Actually 10 days ago. June 11th was my birthday. You on my Gemini. So if anybody wants to send that belated birthday gift, you know what I'm saying? Hit that Cash App. But stay tuned. And the interview with Hot Boy Turk is actually pinned. I want everybody to check it out and drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think of my interview skills. Thank you. Salute. Yo, Lil Reese. Turn up and get them, man. You still got